Hi, today is Thursday, August 14th, 2025. Tomorrow is our National Independence Day holiday, a holiday uh, to celebrate. We got independent 80 years ago, so this is the 80th anniversary for our independence from Japan. Japanese colonial years. So that's why we don't have good relationship with Japan. That's true with China too. China got occupied by Japan, and more than 1 million people, I think, I don't know, a lot of people were killed in Nanjing, the southern capital, Nanjing, during the Japanese colonial years there too. So a lot of people were killed by marauding Japanese armies there. So the Chinese people always have remorse and hate towards Japanese. Our hate is now less compared to the past, but still we harbor some hate towards Japanese. So for me, not much, right? I want to be just forget about the past and get along with current situations. But we should not forget that Japan did horrible things to its neighbors from the long time ago, from the beginning of the history. Especially in 1356, they invaded Korea. I think it's 1530 something, 1560s, and let's stop babbling, but let's get down to business. I'm trying to read this article to practice English because I'm not American, right? I'm not a native speaker, so, but I like English very much. And I want to be perfect in my English. So here we go. Live updates. Trump says he will request a long-term extension of a police takeover in Washington. Right? This article is from NBCnews.com. I learned my English by watching NBC News, like Tom Brokaw. Peter Jennings was with ABC. But Saturday Night Live, NBC Nightline News with Tom Brokaw and other anchors. One of them went to prison, I think, or cheated something on his wife by NBC News. Want to know today, Trump DC crackdown. President Donald Trump said on Wednesday that he would ask Congress for an extension of the federalization of DC's police. The move is unlikely to pass as it would require Democratic support. National Guard. Trump's comments come after National Guard troops began deploying in Washington, D.C. yesterday, with some joining city police last night. The full contingent of 800 troops is expected to be operational by the end of the week. Trump-Putin summit. Trump joined a video call with European leaders and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky this morning to discuss ending the war in Ukraine. Right? Trump will hold a summit with Russian President Vladimir Putin at a U.S. military base in Anchorage, Alaska on Friday. But he mentioned that Alaska is Russia, right? I'm going to Russia to hold a conference, to hold a meeting with dictator Putin and dictator Zelensky. Kennedy Center honorees. Trump visited the Kennedy Center today to announce this year's honorees and said he would host the ceremony. The president has taken an active role in the cultural institution this year, appointing himself as chairman and boosting a GOP push to rename the center after the First Lady. Trump told Zelensky and allies he won't discuss territory divisions with Putin this week, sources say. Catherine Doyle, Kristen Welker, Courtney Cube, and Carol E. Lee will have 4 reporters reporting from Washington. I visited Washington, D.C. in 2006 when I attended the satellite conference there in February. It snowed heavily that there was road hazards and some flights may be delayed or canceled at the time. But it was good. I got to know a little bit about DC, and I ate burritos, steak, and some other good foods there. President Donald Trump told European leaders during a call on Wednesday, that's yesterday, that he does not intend to discuss any possible divisions of territory when he meets with Russian President Vladimir Putin in Alaska this week, according to 2 European officials and 3 other people briefed on the call. Trump said on the call, which also included Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, that he is going into the meeting with Putin with a goal of securing a ceasefire in Ukraine. Those sources said Trump and European leaders agreed that a ceasefire in Ukraine has to be implemented before peace negotiations can begin. The European officials and 2 other people briefed on the call said some of the European leaders were left with the impression from the call that Trump is not optimistic about the results of his meeting with Putin. They added, he's not optimistic, right? And there got to be a ceasefire between the stoppage of war or discussion of it. Man charged with a felony assault after allegedly throwing sandwich at CPB officer. Trump administration can hold billions in foreign aid, DC appeals court rules. Withhold. Treasury Secretary pushes for congressional stock trading ban. Treasury Department temporarily lifts a narrow set of Russia sanctions ahead of Trump's Alaska summit with Putin. Democrats who fled Texas to block the GOP's restricting plan weigh their exit strategy. Virginia Police Union backs former Democratic Republican Spanberger for governor. These area residents react to Trump's troop deployment and takeover of police. Vance assured Zelensky and European leaders the U.S. would not negotiate an end to the war without them. Okay, that's it. Have a great federalization of D.C. Police Day over in Washington, D.C.